Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and thank you for watching Speak Encouraging Messages. The title of today's message is No Smoke. At times, the challenges of life may appear to get harder and harder. Realize that sometimes challenges come in life to strengthen our faith and help deepen our confidence and trust in God. Isaiah 43 verses 2 states, "When you pass through the waters, I am with you. When you pass through the streams, they will not overwhelm you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not harm you." It did not say that the storms will not come. It did not say if you walk through the fire. Instead, it said when you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not harm you. Therefore, indicating that the fire does occur. We must realize that God promises to be with us through challenging times. Deuteronomy 31 verses 6 states, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." Even though it may get hot, do not give up and realize that God is in there with you. Let us please take a look at Daniel chapter 3. Here we meet King Nebuchadnezzar, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Nebuchadnezzar had a golden image of himself and commanded the people to bow down to his image. Daniel 3 verses 6 states, "Whoever does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were reported to King Nebuchadnezzar. At times, it might be people who know you who will go and report you. Therefore, realize that not everyone is cheering for you. Some people may not like you and will want to see you thrown into a blazing furnace. King Nebuchadnezzar was furious when he heard that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did not bow down to his statue. The three men told King Nebuchadnezzar, "If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve can deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up." Daniel 3:17-18. King Nebuchadnezzar was even more upset by their statement and ordered that the furnace be heated up 7 times hotter than usual. Daniel 3:19. The three men were tied up and thrown into the furnace. The furnace was so hot to the point that the flames killed the soldiers who placed the three men into the blazing furnace. Daniel 3:24-25 states, "Then King Nebuchadnezzar leaped to his feet in amazement and asked his advisors, 'Weren't there 3 men that we tied up and threw into the fire?' They replied, 'Certainly, your majesty.' He said, 'Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods.'" Remember, when the 3 men entered the furnace, they were tied up. While in the furnace, they were loose. When God is with you, you are not tied up. You are protected and free. Yes, the 3 men were in a furnace that was 7 times hotter, but they had God's presence with them. They were not pacing around trying to get out. They were walking and not stressing. They had God with them. The 3 men placed their confidence in God and knew what God can do in their lives. They were not shaken when they heard of the consequences of being thrown in the blazing furnace. At times, when we go through storms, we wonder, where is God? Sometimes we don't realize that God is right there to let us know that we are going to be fine. We must realize that he promises that he will be with us through the fire. King Nebuchadnezzar shouted for the 3 men to come out of the fire. When the 3 men came out of the fire, the people surrounded them in amazement. The 3 men came out, and the fire had no power on them. They did not smell of smoke. Their robes did not burn. Their hair was in place. They did not smell of smoke. Daniel 3:27. No smoke. They went through the fire and came out not looking like their situation. The 3 men came out of the fire refined, renewed, polished, and fresh. When God is involved, the outcome is extraordinary. King Nebuchadnezzar declared that the people must worship the God that the 3 men serve. Daniel 3:29-30 states, "Therefore, I decree that the people of any nation or language who says anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be cut into pieces, and their houses be turned into piles of rubble, for no other God can save in this way." Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. The 3 men placed their trust, faith, and confidence in God. God protected them in the fire, and they came out not smelling of smoke. They came out, and the people saw the wonders of God. They came out and were promoted. Remember that God wants to get the glory in your life. When you go through the fire, lean on God. Realize that He's got you. You are His child. Realize that God is with you, and He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. The question is, will you allow God to be involved in your life? Will you trust Him when the fire comes? He promises that He will walk with you. And when you come out, the glory of God will be evident upon your life. To spell testimony, you must first spell test. God is with you during the test. You may have been disappointed, discouraged, and doubted God's promises. But rest assured that God is with you. God's promises and declarations upon your life will manifest at the appointed time. God does not sleep nor slumber. Psalms 121:3-4. Keep the faith. Keep on believing, trusting, praying, and praising God. Realize that God is with you through the fire. And when you come out, you will not smell like smoke. No smoke. Thank you for watching. And remember to seek God and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.